Tea time. Let me tell you a story about this woman who was just chilling at home one evening and she was scrolling through Instagram and she happened to see this man picture and she was like, oh yeah. He was holding up his Rolexes and she was like, let me check the rest of him out. And as she's looking through his profile, she's like, oh, bling, bling, fit looking nice, house looking nice, car looking nice. He was showing it all and he was looking good and she was like, yes, that's for me. So she hit him up in his DMs. Hey, how you doing? You looking for a good time? And he's like, oh, what's up, shorty? How you feeling? And she was like, I'm good, just looking for something to do tonight. And he's like, oh yeah. She's like, where you at? And he told her, and she was like, well, you know what? I can come over if you like. And he was like, let's do this, bet. And she's like, but you know what? I'm gonna bring my homegirl. And he said, oh, even better. And he said, all right, here's the address. So she get dressed, she called her friend, like, what's up? There's this dude I met. He want to have a little bit of fun. You down? Her friend was like, oh, absolutely. Let's go get him. And she's like, that's right. So they get into their car, they drive to his house, he opened the door smiling, and when he looked them up and down, he's like, oh yes, this is what I'm talking about for the night. It turns out that this man does have a big, beautiful house because he has 6 kids to take care of, but none of his kids are home that night, so he's in for the evening to have some fun. Well, they get him into the living room, they start drinking, and they're like, yeah, we bought us a special drink tonight. We want to make sure to share it with you because we don't want this whole night to be on you. And he's like, thank you. So he's drinking the drink, they drinking the drinks and laughing and having a good time. Both of them are on him, touching him, kissing him, and he's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in heaven. So they take it to the bedroom, and one of the girls stays out into the living room while the other one says, you know, let me go ahead and take care of him first. And he's like, no problem with that. They go into the bedroom and she's making out with him, having a good time, you know, getting it in. And they're just waiting, and the girl's peeking out from the living room, looking, waiting. And her friend keep looking at her saying no. So she said, hold up a second, you know, let me go out there and check up on my homegirl. And she goes out into the living room and her homegirl's like, what's going on? And she's like, he's not falling asleep yet. And she was like, what? We gave him enough. And he's like, I don't know what's going on, but you know what? Keep looking around and see what all he got, because we're going to get this stuff. And if he don't fall asleep within the next 10 minutes, you know what you're going to do. You're going to call Ron and them and have them come over here. She said, bet. So she goes back into the room with the man. She's all slurping them, kissing them, rubbing on them and everything. 10 minutes goes by. She sees her friend peek in the door, and she just said, and her friend's like, all right. Next thing you know, she's all up on him, still just rubbing him. He's just having the time of his life. But this girl is a professional, and she gonna make sure that he's smiling and totally distracted from everything else that's going on. Next thing you know, he hears a bang, and he looks. 2 men barge into the apartment, telling me, hold up, stay right there. We taking everything you got. They rob him completely, and when he tried to fight back, they stab the man in his leg. They leave him bleeding out on the ground, and they escape out to their car and back to their house. As they going through his stuff and looking through everything they got, clothes, shoes, and jewelry, they realize as they see the Rolexes, these Rolexes are fake. The man who was stabbed was found dead the next day. And the woman who set it up, well, she got life in prison for murder.